And we are live.
We are.
We are live. There's somebody else coming on, I believe.
Checking my pulse, Larry.
There's who's missing here?
Well, I know Sam St. John really loves prog music, but
yeah.
Sam will be coming on soon, and of course, sadly, Robert won't make it.
Yeah, he didn't pay. Robert didn't pay his electricity bill.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I read his post that he had no internet or something like that. Come on, dude. I know what that means.
Yeah.
I know the economy's going bad, but come on.
Yeah.
Reach out to a friend. We can help you out, buddy.
Yeah, pay your freaking bills, man. Come on, I would have lent you $10, you know.
Well, listen, in Robert's honor, I'm drinking coffee. So, Robert, it's a coffee kind of
it's a coffee kind of live chat.
Yeah.
Okay, we are with Randall Nelson, Wave Randall, the Prog Corner, better known as Scott. Look at that, a double wave. We are with Glenn Galloway from the basement, and we are with Chris Prophy, which rhymes with trophy.
Yeah, you remember, nice.
And we're just here to talk about music, I guess, and whatever else. And if anybody wants to ask any questions.
Hi, Larry, and guests. That would include us.
Because Robert's off of his turntable, we now have to listen to the cassette tapes.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think Robert fell off his turntable and can't get up.
Good one, guy. Greetings.
Hello, all you little devil.
Greetings from Ohio. It's a pleasure to be on with you. Fine folks.
Scott, I was telling Larry, the other day I was on the Steve Hoffman forums, and I saw that the Porcupine Tree album, if you pre-ordered it from their website, you got a passcode to buy concert tickets for the tour. So I didn't even know they'd announced the tour dates or anything. I wasn't really paying attention. So I went on the website and I ordered the vinyl, and then they sent me a passcode, and I went on and I bought a ticket for Toronto in September for September 10th.
Yeah.
Going to see Porcupine Tree.
That's exciting. No Ohio dates. Unfortunately, this boy probably is not going to make it out of state to see any shows anytime soon. So I'm unfortunately going to miss the great Porcupine Tree this go round. But that just means that, you know, the imminent release of that record is going to mean just that much more to me. It better be good because it's been a minute and the world is watching.
Yep, absolutely.
So far, I really like both singles, though. I got to say, I really enjoy them both. So it's looking good so far.
That's awesome. Is Gavin Harrison in there with it?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Love Gavin.
Also, Richard Barberi, Stephen Wilson. No bass player this time around. Apparently, Stephen Wilson's handling all the bass duties on this new album, as well as guitar. Yeah. So we shall see who is going to be the touring bass player. I have not heard yet.
That'll be interesting.
That'll be very interesting.
Tony Levin.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, brother.
I have Shaka Khan right here. I love Shaka Khan.
So, that's who I am now, the guy who hates Shaka Khan. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to be known for something.
I'm the guy who hates Plateau. Sam's the guy who hates the White Album. You're the guy who hates Shaka Khan.
Well, mine's justified, but, you know. So, Scott, I feel like I'm out of it. I just subscribed to your channel. So,
oh, fantastic. I appreciate that.
I'm happy to finally meet you. But I don't know why I hadn't seen your videos before today. But
probably because I've only been doing this for 10 weeks. So,
oh, wow. Okay.
You know, this is something that just came up really fast. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to take this semi-serious and really go for it and just have fun and see how fast I can grow the channel.
Right.
And it's been really great for just some dude with his smartphone. You know, I haven't spent a dime on any equipment or anything.
Yeah.
You know, just talking about music and having fun. So
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you subscribing. Yes. I need it.
Now I'm looking for. After this, I'll go back and watch some of your older videos. So.
Yeah, you'll see how they progressively get worse and worse as you go back. It's hilarious, actually.
The more Mountain Dews he drinks, the worse he gets.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around.
Oh,
I guess it really all depends. Some people say I'm a little over the top. Some people say I need to bring it down a little bit, but whatever.
Oh, you're awesome. You got a great channel. I love it.
Thank you. I think I've subscribed to everybody on this screen here. Yeah. Okay, I have. It's important. We got to support each other.
Yeah. Artists we hate stream might be. Yeah. We
try not to do
it more positive.
Yeah.
Instead of talking about artists that we hate, right, Scott?
I'm not a hater.
What are some prog bands you hate, Scott?
Well, I'm the usual suspects all come to mind: Coldplay, Nickelback, Creed,
Bon Jovi,
all the old Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park. It's the usual people that I abhor. But
I agree with you. I agree with you about Limp Bizkit. I saw Limp Bizkit open for Metallica, and it was Limp Bizkit sucks. There's nothing I like about that band.
There's no talent with him, right?
No, Fred's a joke. He's always been a joke. His whole shtick was stolen from a band called the Mary Tyler Whores down in Fort Lauderdale before he formed Limp Bizkit. The guy's a poser. The guy's a joke. I stand by that. Yeah, no respect for him at all.
Yeah, you mentioned Linkin Park too. I mean, I don't mind Linkin Park, but I'm not really into that whole new metal thing that came out in like the 90s.
Yeah,
that's where Linkin Park would kind of fit into. But yeah, I agree with you.
Just the whole sound of that era just really did not sit well with my eardrums. The super hyper compressed sound. Everything pushed into the red, and every one of these bands sounding exactly the same. It wasn't my thing. Somebody was quizzing me on whether or not E.s.t was standing or sitting whilst recording Close to the Edge.
They were probably laying down.
Is that what?
Yeah.
With the farm animals around them.
That's got to be the right answer, right? No, I have no idea. I know you've got the photos on the back of the album cover. They seem to be sitting down, but they're probably lying down. They were smoking an incredible amount of weed at that point. So yeah.
Bands that jump the shark. That would be a good, where they either sold out or.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's a good episode idea for sure.
Yeah.
Jumping the shark albums. Definitely.
Chasing the money.
Yeah. When did that money grab first happen? All right, that's a good one. And
I think limp. Yeah. Is there not a Viagra product available for biscuits? Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Robert Fripp never stands.
No.
He's never stood up in a concert.
Well, Robert Fripp has so much going on too. I don't know if he could stand. He's got and he's running a million freaking things. That guy's he's incredible.
I've never seen him stand.
7 brains.
Even when he's doing those weekly videos with his wife Toyah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've been watching any of those.
Fantastic.
Yeah. He's sitting down in all of those too.
Do you guys watch those, Chris? Have you seen those?
No.
Oh, you got to go on.
They're good.
Great.
Look up Robert and Toyah. What's her last name? Wilcox.
She don't have no. It used to be Wilcox. I think she legally had it changed just to Toyah.
Toyah. You got to watch. Every week they get together and Robert Fripp plays the guitar and she sings and they do a classic song. They'll do "Rockin' in the Free World" or something, and she's bubbly. I'll say that about her.
She was kind of a star for a half a second.
Big
yeah,
I remember her album.
She's big.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I tell you this much. I just looked it up, and I like her outfit she wears.
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah.
You would like the outfits, yes, no doubt.
Yeah.
But interesting videos, and they make a lot of them.
Yeah.
I think I've seen Richard McCook show all the 45s he has by Toyah. So she was really big over in the UK. So
she really was, yeah.
Yeah.
She had quite a few decent sized hits over there. I remember in the early days of MTV that she got some play there too. And then yeah.
And I think she was I think she made a name for herself as an actress over there too. I think she was in some TV shows and stuff too. Like she's done okay for herself.
Yeah.
She's bubbly, all right. Yeah, that's. I was just trying to.
Gary.
And it's good to see Robert Fripp's humor too, right? Like
yeah.
Because he's such a serious guy. So
he's got that. He definitely has that public persona that he's this serious guy, strict, disciplinarian as a band leader. One wrong note and you're out of the band kind of guy. But I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think he's an intellectually challenging bandmate for sure.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a great sense of humor, and I think he probably always had. Just people.
It's kind of similar to Richie Blackmore and his wife.
Yeah. I went to see. I had the celebration package ticket for King Crimson in 2019, where I paid like $500, and then before the show, they take you in front of the stage, and David Singleton, who kind of runs the whole operation, he comes out and chats with us for half an hour, 45 minutes, and you can ask questions about with the tour and whatever. And then one of the band members came out.
Members of the band come out.
Jacko Jackson came out and talked to us for a while, and then Robert Fripp came out. Talked to us for about a half an hour. But when he came out, he said, "Don't ask me any questions." He says, "My mind is so focused on the show and all the things I got to do that if someone asked me a question that upset me or got me thinking," he says, "it would throw my whole night off. So I'll stand here and talk to you for as long as you want, but don't ask me any questions." And he was very engaging. He was very cool. He talked for about a half an hour. It was really interesting, cool guy.
So obviously he likes to lecture then and not, interact with questions and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, and there's been, some artists have had that discussion, that debate about, should they do their meet and greets before the show or after the show? Because after the show, they just want to get the hell out of there,
Yeah.
But before the show, you're interrupting my pre-gig ritual, which has been well established over decades and decades of touring. And now all of a sudden the new math tells me I have to do these meet and greets before a gig. I could see where a guy like Fripp, it would really kind of mess with his equilibrium a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. I never thought about that before.
How's it going, Gary? Gary from Physical Format Rock and Roll.
Yeah. And it must be difficult when you're, a famous musician to deal with all the fans, right? Like,
yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Chris, you should send Gary the link. He'd be awesome to come on if he wants to come on.
Well, I think Larry would have to send him the link, right?
No, you can send him.
No, you can.
I can send him a link too.
Yeah. If you have it.
That's true.
Larry sent it to you. Yeah, because
Larry I'm a child of the 70s. Sorry,
Larry wouldn't have Gary's contact info. Gary's a good guy.
No, but I think Larry probably knows a little bit something about going to the grocery store and having folks come up to him and say, "Hey, I recognize you."
Yeah.
The only one who's ever done it is me.
I actually had that happen to me one time. I was out somewhere and somebody recognized me from a band I was in, and it was no big deal. It was some regional band, but it went to my head. I mean, for days I was thinking I can't imagine what a real artist with real fans and real numbers, what that would do to your psyche as a human being. I don't think we're supposed to be famous. I don't.
Yeah,
I used to get noticed around this area, once in a while, and my girlfriend Molly too. But in the last 2 years, wearing a mask, you don't get noticed.
That's right. Blame it on the mask.
Yeah.
Neil Steve Morse. Who's
yeah.
Neil Morse?
Neil Morse is my favorite modern progressive rock artist, and I haven't done my Neil Morse episode on the Prog channel yet. I've been kind of waiting, till I hit like 750 or 800 subscribers till I do it. But the cat's out of the bag. I love Neil Morse. He's an absolute genius. I love everything he's ever done. I am 100% fanboy. So yeah, whoever asked that question, yeah, you just set me off.
Wow. Can we mark you down as undecided on that, Scott?
Yeah. Spock's Beard, Transatlantic. He's that guy.
Oh, okay. Spock's Beard I've heard of.
Yeah, he's the Spock's Beard guy. He quit Spock's Beard and Transatlantic when he found Jesus. He converted to Christianity, and we kind of thought we'd heard the last of Neil Morse, and then he started his solo career, which had, very, Christ-centric lyrics, but it wasn't overt, it was kind of hidden, buried in the message. Amazing.
Wow. I'll have to check
big
them out.
fan.
Very cool.
Big fan.
Glenn, I mentioned this band to you, and Scott, you probably know them, but Glenn's never heard this band. I think he would love that album.
Nectar?
Yeah.
Nectar's great. Nectar's
I've
great.
got a couple of their albums.
Write it down, Glenn. Remember the future.
Nectar. Okay.
That's my favorite by them. I really do like that, but they've got a couple great ones.
Yeah, I got a couple of their albums.
Yeah,
this might be my
look
favorite.
at the album cover, right, Glenn?
I hate this running damn keeping notes.
Recycled.
So,
Recycled, yes. Recycled. Absolutely.
Glenn, I have another one for you, and I'm hoping maybe Scott can give me some information on these guys. Now, I bought this record because of the cover art. The cover art is done by Roger Dean, who we all know. You're not a prog band unless you have Roger Dean doing
That's
art.
right, at some point.
Now, the band is Green Slade.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Green
Side
Slade.
Manners Extra. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the only album I have by them. I had to look them up. I guess they're an English prog band formed in 1972.
Yeah. David Greenslade, originally from Coliseum. He teams up with Dave Lawson, who had been in Fields and a couple other bands. They put 4 amazing records. The first one, that's the second one, and then you have Time and Tide. You got what was the fourth one called? I forget. A couple really good solo albums from him. Really cool band, but not a lot of guitar. So if you're expecting, Genesis kind of stuff, it's not really there. Right. So I've always felt it was just a step below the greatest of the prog bands because I felt like there was a little empty space there. But I really enjoy all the Green Slade albums. Really great band. I have the Roger Dean covers.
Yeah, well, that's what attracted to me. I was in the record store flipping through records, and I come across it. I'm like, because you can tell Roger Dean artwork right away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I have another band here I want to show you guys, and maybe Scott knows more about them. This is also Roger Dean cover art. This is a band called Badger.
Yep.
And I guess they opened for Yes.
Yeah, Tony K.
And John Anderson actually is he produced this album.
Yeah, they claim it's a live album, but John Anderson supposedly produced it. It's Tony K. The original Yes keyboard player. It's a good record. I like it a lot.
But I'm gonna have to listen to it again. I've only spun it a few times, but I don't know. This is the kind of stuff like I didn't know about these guys, and I think there's a lot of people out there who we have these certain bands that we don't know anything about. So it's kind of.
I think there was a lot of that. I don't know, in the U.S. if it wasn't on the radio, we didn't know about it. So we didn't have the internet, so we were really dependent upon our local radio stations or that dude at the local record store to order something cool, so that when you went in and you looked around and saw that Roger Dean artwork, I can't even imagine living back in the 70s. How did we do it? It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
it's insane. But yeah, I really like Green Slade. That Badger album's fantastic.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Tony Kaye is just a really, really good musician. He just put out his very first solo album last year.
Oh, cool. Really? That's interesting.
Which had a Roger Dean cover.
There you go.
Yes, it did.
So what you're saying is I need more Green Slade.
Yeah. I recommend everything they did. Everything they ever did was at least 7 out of 10 or higher.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah, very cool band.
Awesome.
But Glenn, question for you.
I see that you picked Lola as your favorite from the CD exchange. Have you ever listened to Muswell Hillbillies? Yes, I have. I like Muswell Hillbillies. I think it would be up your alley. I think it's the best. Yeah, it's kind of like their country, Americana, I guess, meets Kinks. That sounds good. Yeah.
Fair description. Saw Nectar in Milwaukee.
75.
Ooh. That would have been amazing.
Guided by Voices. I've never heard them.
It's a Guided by Voices comment.
Yeah.
Yes, they're one of my local heroes, Dayton band called Guided by Voices. The leader, Robert Pollard, he's released over 100 albums, so he's kind of like our Stevie Moore. Buckethead, just ridiculously prolific.
Buckethead.
But he lives and dies by the philosophy of the 4 Ps. All music can be broken down to the 4 Ps: pop, punk, prog, and psych. And he says every one of his songs must have at least a little bit of all 4, or else he's not done with the song.
Oh, that's
yet.
interesting.
It's great stuff. I love Guided by Voices. They're just amazing. Really cool band. So I don't know what they were talking about with that band, but somebody must have known I was from around Dayton.
That's excellent. You mentioned Buckethead.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard him?
Nuts.
Yeah, he played with Guns N' Roses.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Buckethead played with. I think he played their album Chinese Democracy. I think he played on that record.
Yeah, I got one of his albums. He's awesome. He does like
was that
Davis tune. I think he does. So what?
Was it? I
was
thought
Buckethead
played.
or Buckethead.
Maybe I'm
Buckethead. Where's the Kentucky Fried Chicken?
He was the Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I could have sworn I saw a picture of Axl and Buckethead.
Could be. I don't know.
But his albums, instrumental albums, great guitar playing, awesome.
Yeah.
Yo, he can play now.
Yeah,
he can.
Yeah, I get an album when he does So What by Miles Davis on there, and he does, I forget, there's a whole bunch of stuff he covers. It's great.
I think he's up to like 360 proper albums so far.
That's crazy.
It's some ridiculous number. Yeah. I feel sorry for fans of his that you have this completist gene and you must own everything they ever put out.
Well, the other guy like that is Bill Nelson from Bebop Deluxe.
Yeah.
The guy's got a million albums out. Yeah.
And then you have Peter Gabriel. It takes 20 years to release one album.
Yeah. Every 8 years, Peter puts an album out.
It's almost like if somebody's really getting into Zappa and you're like, oh, well, you got a lot of albums.
Yeah. Only 117 of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick Cave is awesome.
Yeah. And it's such a hard discography to crack open anyway. And then you throw into the mix, there's, over 100 albums.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
envy that.
When somebody says they like Zappa, then you really know they like music because if anybody follows Zappa out there, like he has classical records and he has rock records, he has jazz records, so he's like all over the place.
Yeah. I was really lucky. I was really lucky. I'd always heard of Frank Zappa, but I'd never heard his music until One Size Fits All was in the cutout bin in 1975. I bought it. What a perfect record, right? For the first one to buy. So I loved him right away.
George Duke.
I saw Frank and the Mothers in 1968 at University of Toronto.
Wow.
The original
Next, you're going to say that you saw Jimi Hendrix.
I did.
Wow.
And Led Zeppelin in 1969.
I did.
I saw Shaka Khan.
I saw her accept her Hall of Fame award on TV. That's all I know. Yeah.
Can you bend over and take?
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. We got the.
There we go.
Yeah, we got Larry. We got ourselves a
Cheers.
troll. Yeah, that was very funny. Mike Hawk.
That was
very
nice.
inventive.
That was nice. I like that.
I accidentally blocked them.
The kids are out.
I almost read it.
Buckethead toured with the band, so maybe Bumblefoot helped record. Here we go. Bumblefoot and Buckethead both played in G. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could have sworn I remember that, but
Yeah, no, you were dead on. I wasn't sure.
what is your
Favorite Nectar album?
Probably the one that Scott showed. I can't remember. Recycle.
Yeah, Recycled.
Yeah.
It's
Remember
either that
Future
or
is the one I like.
I might have to cast a vote, just a wild card vote for Steve Harris from Iron Maiden's favorite
Maiden.
Nectar album, A Tab in the Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? That's Steve Harris's favorite album?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And they covered a couple tracks off of that.
I love Maiden. Well,
I do
see
too.
behind you too. You've got my favorite Jethro Tull album up, Heavy Horses.
I'm glad you said Heavy Horses and not the
one below.
I have up there because
Okay, I see the other one down there too. Yeah.
I love Heavy Horses. It's arguably his best, although I'll probably always put Thick as a Brick #1. But Get Me on the Right Day, Heavy Horses is the best thing they ever did.
I like that. I like Songs from the Wood and Storm Watch. Storm
Oh,
Watch.
that's a great trilogy. The Eco trilogy, the Folk trilogy. Yeah, I love it. Love it. I don't know how they consider those three a trilogy. To me, they don't sound anything alike at all.
Yeah.
Maybe Heavy Horses and Songs from the Wood maybe sound kind of sort of alike, but Stormwatch doesn't sound anything like either of those two. So whatever.
Yeah. Well, I think with Heavy Horses and Songs from the Wood, you have that sort of English folk thing going through.
There's that pastoral through line.
Yeah.
But Stormwash, they're out in the Northern Sea drilling oil, and it doesn't. Yeah,
because the first song is called North Sea Oil, right?
Yeah, it's got a whole different vision to me. I love that record too, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good album.
Yeah, it's a really good one. Nick Cave was one of the best concerts I've ever been to.
Randall said his camera isn't working. That's why he had but he might be back.
Oh, bummer.
Nick Cave. Chris, are you a Nick Cave fan?
I have one album by him. Let me see if I can find it. So obviously, I'm not a huge Nick Cave fan, but I got to dig the record out.
Yeah,
I can't. If I had a gun to my head, I couldn't tell you a Nick Cave song. Right? Oh, actually, Mercy Seat, because you guys.
There you go. Yeah.
Because I love
Johnny Cash. You said.
I love Johnny Cash, and I remember you guys were doing the video, and who gave who the Nick Cave?
I gave Larry a Nick Cave.
Yeah.
CD.
And I'm a fan.
Mercy Seat's the only song I know.
Okay, yeah. He's a great artist.
That would be his biggest hit.
You would love an album, Chris, called Ghosteen. It's a tribute to his son who passed away, but just knowing the kind of music you like, it would be really a cool album.
I'll check that out.
Buckethead was with GNR for 4 years.
I have Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Push the Sky Away.
Oh, see, I don't have that album. Very cool.
But again, there's 9 songs on here. I cannot hum one of them for you.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Maybe you got to put that on. You got to spin that.
Dude, I have like 1,200 records. I got to spin them all.
Yeah. I mean, what percentage are even open? I mean, do you open them all upon receipt, or sometimes?
Yeah, I open them all. I open them all. I clean them all, and I re-sleeve them. I have the MoFi sleeves that I put them in, and I have the outer sleeve as well. And I try to keep the shrink on most of them, unless it's a gatefold, because I want to open up the gatefold and see it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, but
you do.
And I've told these guys I've got like 3,500 CDs too, so it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
It's definitely a passion.
No, I was telling these guys that I'm on my third go around. When I was 14, my dad retired, and we moved on to a sailboat. So vinyl wasn't going to work on a 30-foot sailing craft. So
Wow, that's crazy.
So then when I got out of college and became an adult, I got new vinyl. Then later on, I got some issues and some trouble, and I lost everything. So now I'm on my third go around. This is my third vinyl collection. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense. It should never be like this.
Well, I can't think of any other way. So,
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
King
love
Gizzard
it.
and the Lizard Wizard.
Oh yeah.
They have a new song out from their upcoming album, and it's 20 minutes long. I love that.
Yeah. They're great.
Yeah.
They're another
Great
uber
young
prolific band.
Yeah.
But I really like what they do, whether it's you know, the more standard sound or their microtonal stuff that they do. It's all great. They're a lot of fun.
And great album covers too.
Yeah.
They don't need
cool
Roger
too.
Dean. Their album covers are awesome.
Randall, welcome back.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think there's a short in my wire to my camera.
Oh, there's a short
There's
in Glenn's
medication.
wire.
There's medication
Okay.
for that, Randy.
yeah. I'll send you the link because I have a short in my wire too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bill Nelson asked.
Just go to Walgreens and talk to the pharmacist. He'll help you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a cream for that.
album recently.
Just don't touch it until you get the cream.
Don't play with it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna break.
I need to do a deep dive of Nick Cave.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just need to listen to the one album I have.
Yeah.
That's a good place to start, right?
Yeah.
Which album is that?
It's Push the Sky Away.
Yeah, that's a little later in this. I recommend like Let Love In or The Boatman's Call to really.
Boatman's Call is my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't give up on them yet.
You might as well be speaking Spanish right now. I don't really know too much about Nick Cave, so
Yeah. Boatman's Call.
yeah.
Have you watched the TV show Peaky Blinders on Netflix?
No.
It's an incredible show. It's about a criminal gang, family gang after World War
and they
I.
use that song.
They used Red Right Hand.
Red Right Hand.
That's how I heard of Nick Cave, was hearing that theme song. But it's a great show, and they use a lot of Nick Cave songs in that show.
So I heard that song on X-Files, and that's where I got into Nick Cave.
Cool.
Oh wow!
Is Songs from the Wood about Viagra?
Yeah, I believe it is.
No, that's Songs for the Wood.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Minstrel in the Gallery is one of my
That's
favorites.
my second favorite Tull album.
Yeah.
Minstrel in the Gallery.
Yeah.
Yep, Dig.
Underrated.
Lazarus Dig.
Yeah. Dig Lazarus Dig. That was a good one. Most overrated. I like that. That's a good call right there.
Lamb Lies Down on Broadway.
Most overrated. Yeah, you're close, Glenn. You're close.
Well,
I
hate to say this.
In the Court of the Crimson King. Yep. It's a good record.
My favorite of all time.
I
like best album.
I like Islands better.
I love Islands.
Oh, Islands is my second favorite.
Yeah, I love it. It took me a long time to appreciate Islands. I didn't like that at all at first.
Oh, it's a great album.
That
Oh,
and
it
Lizard.
really is.
Lizard rules.
Oh.
I love Lizard also. I like those problem albums, those difficult records that take years and years and years to fully appreciate. Yeah. I like those a lot. But breaking my heart with the Lamb.
Don't go breaking my heart.
Glenn's breaking my heart all week.
Yeah, I can't get it, man. I can't. I've tried.
Oh yeah. I would also say that you could make a case that Dark Side of the Moon might be a little overrated, but
I was just going to say that unless you're watching Wizard of Oz while you're listening.
Yeah. It's a great record. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fantastic, but maybe a little bit held in a little too high of esteem. I don't know. Just
Well, I think
personal
the problem with Dark Side of the Moon is you have people who are like, I love Pink Floyd, and all they've heard is Dark Side of the Moon, and you're like,
Yeah,
well, wait a second, have you gone back to like Piper at the Gates of Dawn?
Yeah, they're wearing the T-shirt and everything. That's the only album they've heard.
That's right.
And I pulled out a couple Pink Floyd records because two of my favorite Pink Floyd records are More.
Yep.
And Obscured by Clouds. These are two.
Yep.
I love Obscured a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not really proggy, but they're just good albums.
No, but
they are good records. Yeah.
To me, Pink Floyd,
the two soundtrack albums.
Yeah, they're all great. I love Pink Floyd from Piper to Metal. Like that's my Pink Floyd years. Dark Side to the Wall and whatever I'm bored with.
I'd rather listen to Animals than Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah. I'm Animals and Wish You Were Here. Those are kind of my two favorite, but I really enjoy the old Floyd stuff too.
Yeah, I have 3,500 CDs.
You sound embarrassed when you say that.
Let's see them.
Okay. Well, I don't have them all right here. Yeah.
I got like 2,300, so I'm behind you.
Yeah. And it's funny because if you're not talking to people like us, nobody understands what you're talking about. You're like, yeah, I still collect CDs. And they're like, what? I stopped collecting CDs back in, 1993 or whatever.
About the same time I stopped listening to Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. That's why I need you guys in my life, because we like music.
Yeah.
And we still collect music.
Yeah.
Is there a noticeable difference in sound quality between digital CDs and vinyl?
You know what?
Ask Silo Shroom.
I don't really consider myself an audiophile.
No.
I like to just listen to music. Like, I don't give a crap whether it's on vinyl or CD. I don't like nitpick the sound quality of things. I have no problem with the sound of CDs. Some people are like, "Oh, I hate the sound of CDs. It's too I don't know, too perfect, for lack of a better word." Like, but I don't mind listening to CDs, but I also don't mind listening to vinyl. So I guess what I'm saying is I really don't care which format it is. I just like the physical format of music. Like, I still like cassettes as well.
Right.
But I don't go 8-tracks. But
I want to.
You do?
I want to get an 8-track.
I don't want to go there.
I want so bad.
I got some 8-tracks. I need to get a 8-track player.
No, I have an addictive personality. I don't need 8-tracks.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
But I remember the first CD I ever heard. I was working in a record store, and back in the 80s, and we're going to carry this new thing called compactable discs or whatever the hell it's called. And the first group was like 12 from CBS. So you got the Billy Joel, and you got the a couple things on the Columbia roster, and that were awful. But they had the very first Clash album on CD, so I ripped it open and I put it on, and I was excited, and I remember hearing all of a sudden these cymbal crashes, just like, I'm like, hey, wait a second. Those cymbals were supposed to ride throughout the whole second verse, man.
Right.
And everything was so clean and fixed up. And I hated CDs for a very long time.
Yeah.
I was wrong. It had nothing to do with CDs. It had everything to do with the mastering process of taking analog records to digital. Once they figured that out later on, they were just fine. But I remember how shocked I was at what I was hearing. I thought it sounded terrible.
Well, CDs are just so much easier than vinyl too. It's like you just buy a CD, you open it up, and you put it in. You don't have to clean it. You don't have to, run your static brush over the record. You don't have to sleeve it. You don't have to be as careful with a CD. I feel like vinyl, you're like, it's like you're in an art exhibit and you're trying to put this freaking thing on your turntable. But yeah, I love all the formats, but CDs I still like CDs.
Me too. I like them both.
This is a great album, by the way, too, Tarkus. But
it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many CDs I have. I've got 2,300 so far in Discogs, but I'm not done yet. But it's like I'm collecting vinyl now, but it's like there's so much music I want. I can't go out and get everything I have on CD and put it on vinyl. If I got it on CD, I've got it.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I'm starting to be.
Yeah.
Given the price points these days. Yeah.
That's it. You got to decide how bad you want it. If you want to pay $40 for it, or you want to pay 20, you know?
Well, that's the thing. Like I was talking with some friends the other day. I did a video with some fellow YouTubers, and my friend was like, okay, you got to check out David Gray. I had never heard of him before.
Oh, wow.
And
I saw you showed White Ladder.
Singer-songwriter.
Yeah. And the Elvis Costello album that I showed you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to my local record store and I found the 2 CDs used for $5 a piece, and they were in great condition. I'm like, you know, you can't beat a $5 CD.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, David Gray, I can't believe I had never really listened to him. He's amazing. So.
Very, very talented songwriter.
Yeah.
And that White Ladder album that you showed I saw
it's killer.
On Instagram is a great record.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, the first track, Please Forgive Me, is amazing.
Yeah.
I also like Babylon, and then there's a song on here called Say Hello, Wave Goodbye.
That's my favorite, but he didn't write that.
He didn't write it. Okay.
It was written by, I forget who the guy is. Check the writer's credit. It's not David Gray.
You're going to make me read small print, Glenn?
Yeah. Now, it's funny, when Larry and Molly came to visit Lynn and I at our home, I asked Molly if she wanted to hear anything, and she picked out David Gray's White Ladder. That's what she wanted to hear.
Well, what's funny is I posted it today, and Larry goes, he's like, that's Molly's favorite artist. And then Molly ended up commenting on my Facebook, and she's like, that's my favorite artist. I'm like, yeah, that's what Larry just told me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now
I
feel
think
like
what happened with me with the CDs and the vinyl was you're trying to read those credits in that little CD booklet right now, right?
Yeah.
I think these boomer eyes got aged out of CDs. That's why I went back to vinyl, so I could actually read the liner notes again.
Well, that's kind of when we were younger. That's kind of the way you discovered new artists. You talk about not having an internet. It was like you bought an album and you looked at it and you went, it was produced by this guy, or like I remember the first Warren Zevon album. I didn't know who Warren Zevon was, but I looked. It was produced by Jackson Browne. And I was a Jackson Browne fan. I went, I gotta buy this album, and that's how I discovered an artist. Like you saw who was playing on it, and
I remember buying a Moody Blues album. Open it up, and the inner sleeves got an ad for the other artists on the label, and I seen Camel, and that's how so I bought the Camel album just because of that on the inner sleeve, because we had no internet. We had
that's the way we discovered bands, but you can't do that with CDs.
Yeah. Nah.
So Say Hello, Wave Goodbye. I just looked it up online. It's by Soft Cell.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm not really familiar with Soft Cell either.
I've never heard that original version of it, but I love the David Gray version.
Soft Cell had their big hit with Tainted Love.
Yeah.
Which itself was a cover.
Okay.
Tainted Love, okay.
Yeah, that was a cover for them.
Well,
so cover band doing covers of covers.
What Dark Side of the Moon is not? It is overrated, Robert.
Sorry, Robert. I know that's not a popular opinion on my part. People love it. They adore it. Hey, Metal is Derek's favorite Pink Floyd album.
Mine too.
I love it.
Well,
I mean, any album with echoes on it is gonna be untouchable. Yeah,
but the only thing that takes it away for me on that album is Seamus. I can't deal with the dog barking. Every time that freaking song comes on, I'm like, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
But you're right. Echoes makes up for it.
Oh yeah. But and it's probably why I feel it's slightly overrated is the overexposure. And like you were saying, how a lot of people who love Dark Side of the Moon have never even heard another Pink Floyd album besides that one. Right. So yeah, that's probably got more to do with it than anything else. I remember I was a huge U2 fan.
Right.
Yeah, so was
I really was. I thought they were amazing back.
They were the Beatles for me in the 80s.
I went and saw them. I met them backstage. I met Bono and The Edge back in 1980. These guys were amazing. They were so cool. I was pulling for them. I was rooting for them. I really wanted them to get famous. And then they got famous and I hated them. Yeah. And I've never listened to them since.
So which album did you stop at?
They blew up. I would say they blew up with War. So that was
wow.
by their
Okay.
third album. I'd already checked out, man.
So you're not into the Joshua Tree. You're not into Octung Baby or anything.
I love them. They're awesome, but
Yeah.
I'm being a bit hyperbolic here. But
Yeah.
they were no longer my band. I watched from afar, as Brian Eno took them through the Joshua Tree, Unforgettable Fire, and Flood reinvented them with Zooropa and all that stuff. I'm a fan, but I was an uber fan early on.
Yeah.
It's just when bands that you really, really like get too popular. I don't know. It kind of hurts your heart a little bit.
No, I hear you.
It just does. They weren't my band anymore.
Well,
I didn't want to share them with the world.
No, I hear you. What's great about Zooropa is Johnny Cash sings on Zooropa.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash did the last.
Wanderer.
Yeah.
The Wanderer. Something.
And there was silence.
Yeah.
Oh, the Nick Drake.
I was taking
Nick
a drink.
Drake album, man. I just bought another Nick Drake album. I'm really starting to get into him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
only
Drake
have
will-
the Biter Later
There's
or whatever that one. I have that.
There's only 3.
Yeah.
I had Pink Moon, but
I have Pink Moon, and I just got 4 Leaves Left, or what's it called?
Yep.
yeah.
There's only 3 of them, and all 3 of them are good. So
I don't have the.
you can't
the
go wrong.
Later, later, or whatever.
I collect tapes, Derek.
Yeah.
I have a lot of punk cassettes.
Cassettes or 8 tracks. Yeah. I want to get into 8 tracks. I really do. If I find the right, little boom box I can put on my shoulder and it's an 8 track, I'll be in. I'll be buying 8 tracks at every.
I like
Didn't you like the way they clicked over between songs, like in the middle of a song?
Well,
I just loved, right in the middle of your favorite guitar solo.
You have to flip it over to hear the second half of the song. It fades out, whatever.
I love that. That wasn't annoying at all.
And after a while, your 8-track player got so you had to stick a folded up piece of cardboard and squeeze it in against the tape so it would keep playing.
Yeah. Oh, we had like a little repair kit, where you had scissors and tape and little pieces of styrofoam because you might need to, have it push up a little bit against that head a little bit more.
Yeah.
And we'd spend hours, just amazing.
Randall,
Cassettes
you
and 8
use
tracks.
Discogs, right?
It's horrible.
What?
Just
You use Discogs.
Yeah, I'm only about halfway done though. I've got most of my CDs, but my records only got about half of them in so far.
Yeah, I use Discogs.
I tried it. I was having trouble loading stuff on. I just didn't find it. I know it is user friendly, but I'm such an idiot. It wasn't for me. So I ended up finding just recently an app for any Apple product. It's I forget, it's My Collection or some stupid thing. You can download it on the Apple Store, and it's great. You can do the same thing. You can scan your barcodes and everything. It's awesome. So I've been using that.
Well,
Do they have something similar for DVDs?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Could be. I don't have any DVDs, so
What's crazy about
got rid of them all.
Discogs? What's crazy about Discogs is you look up an album like Dark Side of the Moon, and there's like 300 versions of it.
Yeah.
You'll be spending like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And you're like looking in the
trying
dead
to figure out which version you have.
Yeah. And I don't really care which version I have. It's just it's a good one. So
What I like about that site is you can click on the album cover and then the fold out if they have it, and the vinyl record itself. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just use it to buy stuff. It's like, to me.
Well, here's a question for you,
I got
Scott.
a hole in my collection. I'll go to Amazon. I'll go to eBay. I'll go to Discogs, and then I'll go to the smaller distributors and stuff. But I can't see spending all that time, and that's a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you going through all those steps, and all that data entry sounds exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't go as crazy as some people do, but
but nowadays it's more for insurance purposes. Like if something ever happened,
right?
Like you insurance companies, you say, oh yeah, but I had 10,000 records. Yeah, sure you did, buddy. Yeah, here's $10. Go away.
Oh wow.
So this question, isn't Discogs full of rip-off merchants? I've been dealing with Discogs since I just looked at my account since 2011, and I haven't really come across maybe only a couple that. And the thing it is, it's not a ripoff. It's like somebody lists their album as near mint, and you get it, and it's freaking VG. You know what I mean? So I've only had a couple of those,
right?
but I haven't really had any scam artists or anything on Discogs. I'm sure there are, but I've like I said, I've been dealing with them since 2011. I bought a lot of stuff off of there, and it's pretty much been all good experiences.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's like anything else. You can do a little bit of vetting with who the seller is before you plunk your hard-earned money down. And I've never had any problems at all.
No, it's like when you buy off eBay.
Yeah.
Why are you being called Woody Harrelson? You don't even look like Woody Harrelson. You don't act like Woody Harrelson. I don't even get that.
That's awesome. White men most certainly cannot jump. But Dixie Dregs, absolutely a prog band, particularly their first two albums, Free Fall and What If. I consider them every bit as, if you're going to consider Kansas a prog band, well, then Dixie Dregs is most certainly a prog band. And Steve Morse, after leaving Dregs, went on to play with Kansas and Deep Purple. I mean, that's pretty progressive. Yeah, Dixie Dregs are amazing. I love them. Big fan. Steve Morse and Dave LaRue from Dixie Dregs are now in a band with Mike Portnoy and Neil Morris called Flying Colors. So that's a really cool tribute
I didn't know that.
to Dixie Dregs. And,
I got to check that out.
Yeah, they've got 3 albums out. They're not super proggy. They kind of thread the needle between straight up rock and roll and progressive rock, but very cool. I dig them a lot.
This is the only Dixie Dregs album I have.
Okay.
Dregs of the
Night
Earth.
of Living Dregs?
Dregs of the Earth.
Oh, Dregs of the Earth. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. That was their 3rd or 4th album.
Yeah, I had Night of the Living Dregs. That was my
Steve Morse. Steve Morse is an amazing guitarist.
He's a monster. He's a monster. That guy, sick.
Yeah. I mean, anybody who can play with Deep Purple.
Yeah. I mean, Richie Blackmore, them some pretty big shoes to fill. Heard the new Scorps or Nazareth yet? No.
I've heard a little bit of the new Scorpions, but
and
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't own it yet, but
yeah.
Yes, holding. Yes,
same as I can't. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I can't read a book online either. Like I can't.
You don't stare at a
it.
CD cover for hours on end like a vinyl record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was something about it.
Yeah.
Beyond just opening up the gatefold and using it for utilitarian purposes of a nefarious sort. The whole idea that the artwork was bigger and everything was just right there in your eyes and it was tactile and it was you don't get that with CDs. You never will. It's just
and
not,
sometimes you would get a big poster or something or a book.
You would, or a booklet or
CD.
Yeah, something fun.
I also like the interactive covers like Zeppelin 3. You could turn the dial. Yeah.
Yep. Had that little wheel on it. You had that. You had some girls had a little interactive thing on there. It was fun. Yeah. Are you gonna sing, Glenn?
No, you got to pay me.
I got
I'm
a
not
question
singing
for
free
Scott.
anymore.
Yeah, question.
I'm too big a star for that.
Have you heard of Man? And what do you think of them?
Yeah,
I love Man. I love
Rhinos, Winos, and Lunatics. That's my favorite of theirs.
Larry gave me a box set.
Yep.
No
I
way.
gave it to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
CD
very
box
cool
set.
band.
Yeah, great band.
Yeah. Awesome band, Welsh band. I actually just listened to a couple of their records like about a week ago. I'd kind of forgotten all about them, and I was just doing my deep dive on forgotten prog bands. And yeah, that's a great call. Nobody talks about them anymore, but they were amazing.
Yeah, good band.
Yeah, real good band. Yeah, produced by Todd Rundgren.
Todd Rundgren produced the first Sparks album.
Todd Rundgren produced everything.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Meatloaf.
Shaka Khan.
XTC, Cheap Trick.
Glenn, did you check out that Utopia album?
I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah.
I got to
You don't
pull
know
it
which
out.
one
I
it is?
forgot about it. I filed it away and forgot I had it. I got to pull it out.
Yeah, which one was that?
I don't know. I bought a used Utopia album for like $6, and I was just bought
Okay.
it because I've never heard him before, and I've always because I'm not a Todd Rundgren fan, and
Okay.
I thought people keep saying, "Oh, it's really proggy," so I thought I'd try it.
Well, I mean,
gotta tell
Utopia, very similar to Todd's catalog. It means nothing. That it's
Yeah.
Utopia. It could either be as extremely prog as anything, or it could be just total pop, and anywhere in between, just like Todd's solo career. You never know what you're getting from him.
He's a genius, though, Glenn. He is.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
I just
love
always
Todd.
hated it. I hated his single. Hello, is it Hello?
Yeah.
It's Me.
Yeah.
Hello,
Just
it's me.
Oh, I hated that song. That
Yeah,
always turned me
yeah.
off. I don't know why.
But
That'll
that's
do
no
it.
reason to hate his whole career.
No,
Oh,
I know,
yeah.
but I guess you know when you get the first
Yeah.
your first impression is a big
Yeah.
impression.
Yeah.
Well, you
Sorry,
hate Elton
I'm
John
bad.
now.
Yeah, if your first single turns me off, I'm gonna have a problem with you as an
Yeah.
artist. It's just I get it. I get it. The Final Cut is a masterpiece. Wow.
That's a bold statement.
That is bold.
That is bold. That is bold.
You're a
Final
bold
I
man.
would say the Final
will
Cut
say-
might be the best Roger Waters solo album, though.
Yeah, Final Cut is underrated, but I don't think it's a masterpiece. John McLaughlin rules. John McLaughlin played with Miles Davis. He was amazing with Miles Davis.
Yeah, Bitches Brew. Larry,
Bitches
have
Brew.
you listened to Bitches Brew yet? You got it for $3.
I've listened to side one, and I liked it right away. I was into it.
Awesome. Well, it's a great album.
Mahavishnu's
classic.
orchestra rules.
Mhm.
They're
Oh,
great.
yeah. Oh, unbelievable.
So here's somebody. See, they only know it's Jim
Hey, Jim.
Newstead. He only come on.
Wait, he played in Metallica.
Send him a link. But
Come on, Jim. Join
don't be
us.
shy.
Jim played in Metallica.
Yeah. Yes, Jim. Pink Floyd made more albums than Dark Side of the Moon. I know
I
you're
don't
just
believe it.
joking, Jim.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I like his thumbnail.
yeah.
Jim's the best. His channel is amazing. I love
He's
him.
great.
I
I
got
watch
gonna
every
come on.
video that he does. I'm a huge Jim fan.
Yeah. Did you flip a link to him, Larry?
I did earlier, but he said he was busy.
Oh, it doesn't look too
Yeah.
busy to me.
Yeah,
I
thanks.
know.
That's all right.
Playing hard to get.
Another
I
channel
get
I
it.
gotta subscribe to.
Pop Community is done.
He's great. He just got done listening to the
Marillion.
new Marillion album. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I'm on Amazon after you talked about how great it was last week when we were together. I thought I'm gonna go order the album, and it was like the CD. I thought I'd get CD. It was $23 in Canada, so I put it in my cart, and I come back, and all of a sudden, as soon as I put it in my cart, they raised the price to $28. And I go, what the? So then I went, I'm not buying it now. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
So then it goes back to $23. I go, I should order that, and then I waited a day, and it went back up to 26. I'm going, what are you doing with this album? Like, no, I won't buy it until it's $23. I'm determined.
I think your mind is playing tricks on you.
No, Amazon does that a lot.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
They
I
play a
wanted
lot
that,
of games with the pricing. I like to put stuff in my cart and just watch it and see what
Me too.
happens.
That's what I do. Because that massive caravan box
The
set,
box
you see that
set.
with 37 discs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Amazon.com, it's $347 US dollars.
Right.
And in Canada, it was 400 and something. And I put it in my cart, and they raised the price to $625. Get out of here!
They saw it was you, Glenn.
Now it's gone back down to around 450. But I'm not gonna play your game. I gotta wait. But I really want
rough. Yeah, we don't all have that kind of big money.
No, not at all.
Richard Thompson, yes.
Yeah, Richard Thompson's great.
Big fan of his. Amazing.
I enjoyed TFC from Floyd.
The Final Cut.
Oh, I didn't know what the hell he was saying.
Didn't Roger Waters go to Pink Floyd with the two ideas? He basically said we can do the Wall,
pros,
or
and
we can do the Final Cut.
Yeah.
And I think they probably chose the better one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 Leaves Left.
Yeah. I'd heard that even the pros and cons might have been in that mix.
Oh, maybe that's
he had a couple story ideas.
Yeah, pros and cons of hitchhiking. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They made the right call, probably.
It says here, Scott, you are funny. I'm sorry, Scott, but you're going to have to leave the live chat now.
You're too funny.
Nobody can be funnier than me.
Yeah. Oh, now he's doing slapstick.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm here next Thursday.
I'm guessing I don't think Dark Side of the Moon was a throwaway contractual obligation. That's taking it too far.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a little wild of an accusation, but if you think about Pink Floyd back then, the branding back in 1973, the cojones it took to put that thing out without not one bit of branding or logo, no name, no nothing. Yeah. People were aghast and shocked and amazed. And then you think back, they'd been doing that for a while, man.
Yeah. Adam Hart Mother.
Exactly. I mean, Metal, Obscured by Clouds, Adam Hart Mother. They just did not care.
No.
I love that. That to me, that's prog rock.
That's
rock music.
I'm going to argue that Pink Floyd was a punk band.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll carry that thread a little further, that the distance between prog and punk is infinitesimally small. In many, many ways, the similarities between them are greater than the disparities between them. The mindset, the anti-commercial mindset, like, we're going to do a 20-minute song whether you like it or not.
Right.
Is the same thing as Johnny Rotten saying, we're going to do this and we don't care if you like it or not. The attitudes are not that dissimilar. I love both. That's probably my two favorite genres.
So we should then probably compare Nevermind the Bollocks to Tales from Topographic Oceans.
They both are in my top 10 albums of all time.
They're great.
Yeah, they are.
Tales. I love this record. This is so good.
Yeah, me too.
So good. Yeah. But this requires, you've got to listen.
Yeah.
It took me years.
Yeah.
It really did.
That
record took me at least 3, maybe 4 years to even like. But I was such a huge Yes fan in the 70s that I was going to force myself to like Tales if it killed me. You know? And it did.
I found it hard to
sides 2 and
dance
3.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like whenever I'm having a party, I put this on and people leave.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen with Shaka Khan records.
No, that's true.
You gotta move.
So
this and Rod McEwen records, people.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
I'm so confused why I don't have any friends.
Yeah.
Best rock music documentary, The Sparks Brothers.
Best.
And The Who, The Kids Are All Right.
I like the Rush. The Rush
documentary. Yeah,
the Rush one was good.
Yeah,
the best one ever, man.
I also like Metallica, Some Kind of Monster. I think that's a great look into their, years when they were almost falling apart. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they bring a therapist in. The therapist is talking with Metallica, and it's like,
I've seen that. Yeah,
it's interesting. And then Dave Mustaine from Megadeth comes back and talks to them and everything. And
he cries.
That's a really good documentary. If you like, actually, even if you don't like Metallica, it's a good documentary.
Favorite jazz artist?
Mine's got to be Miles Davis.
Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention, early 70s.
I'd say Chet Baker. Chet Baker is my entry to jazz, and I really like him.
And a band too that kicks ass is Weather Report.
Oh yeah, love Weather Report.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna throw Oscar Peterson out there just because.
Oscar Peterson, sure. I'm gonna say John Coltrane.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He's probably my favorite, but Miles. Everybody knows I love Dave Brubeck. He's always up there for me. Thelonious Monk.
Yeah.
Gonna throw some love at the Monkster.
Are you guys familiar with a jazz pianist from Japan named Hiromi? You guys ever listen to Hiromi?
No.
Isn't she incredible? Oh.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of her records. Amazing.
Oh yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
And here's a jazz artist. If you guys are listen back to the party thing, if you're having a party and you're getting pissed off at the people who are there, and you're like, just leave my house, put on a Ornette Coleman record.
Oh
Good
yeah,
call.
that'll do it.
Yeah.
I love Ornette Coleman, but he's one of those artists that people are going to leave your house if you put that.
He's
on.
the Captain Beefheart of jazz.
I just put on the nylons.
Oh, there you go.
That would do that. That would do it. The nylons. Yeah, but
Wow.
yeah.
I hadn't even thought about
that.
that.
I've got some vinyl to show you guys. I've got Boney M.
Oh, I love that record.
A Boney M Christmas. I remember that one.
The Candles.
Yeah.
The Kendalls. Okay.
Nice.
Classic country.
The Oak Ridge Boys.
More country.
Lots
And
of hair
Scott,
on the
you
cover.
thought I wasn't hip.
Oh yeah. Big fan of the Oak Ridge Boys.
The Family Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Is that kind of like the
Donny
Brown
Osmond
family?
album.
Oh, look at that Donny Osmond record.
Wow. He was a cute.
He looks like, you know what he looked like on there? Sam St. John. Hold that up again.
Yeah.
That's Sam St. John.
It is. The only thing that we need is him holding up the White Album, and then we'll be good.
And this looks like Sam St. John too. This guy here.
Miles and Lenny. God, I remember them.
Wow. They had a big hit. Yeah.
They did.
Let's not forget the great prog band Saffron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
one
were
more.
terrific.
Engelbert Humper.
Humperdinck, yeah.
That's my favorite Engelbert Humperdinck.
Well, Larry, hold that up again.
Just
And yeah.
It's Randolph.
Well, see, that's what Sam St. John's going to look like when he gets older.
Yeah. That's Sam's dad.
Yeah, that's Sam's dad.
There you go. Oh man. I kind of like the Osmonds Crazy Horses though.
Yeah. They were talented,
They had a couple decent records.
When that was on the radio, I thought it was Led Zeppelin, right?
It's a song about air pollution, man. It's a song about all these crazy automobiles putting all this dirt in the air, and
the Osmonds were so far ahead of their time.
What? I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I thought that was Joni Mitchell, Big Yellow Taxi. No.
Yeah. But everyone knows that Merrill Osmond was a better songwriter than that cheap harlequin Joni Mitchell. Come on now. No, but the Osmonds actually had a couple of good records. After that record, they put out their prog masterpiece, their concept album, The Plan.
Yeah.
Telling you all about Joseph Smith and the Golden Tablets and all that fun stuff. What a great concept.
You guys know a lot about
story for an album.
Wow. Now I want to listen to that album.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
amazing. It's so bad it's great.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those. And that's a good episode idea. Bands that are so terrible that they're actually awesome.
What is that?
That is Eloy, the Ocean.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Tom Anderson has just asked us if we're familiar with these bands. This is a great freaking record.
German Prog.
German Prog. It's so good.
Yeah,
really
there
good
we
record.
go. The Ocean.
Loving this album. I just got it last week.
Yeah. Well, those are two interesting bands because Triumvirate always took a lot of heat for being an ELP ripoff, and Eloy took a lot of flack for being a Pink Floyd ripoff.
Yeah.
I don't think either's true. I think they're both great bands. I love them both.
There's the other Man album you're talking about.
Yeah, that's the one I love. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Steve Morse played was a session musician on Liza Minnelli's Tropical Nights album. Isn't that interesting?
Well.
What is the best Sparks
What
album?
is the best Sparks album?
A steady drip, drip, drip.
Yeah, Glenn likes the latest one. Kimono My House.
Glenn's not wrong. That thing, what was that, 2020?
Yeah.
That was my favorite non-prog album of 2020. I loved it, but I mean, how do you say it's better than Kimono My House?
Yeah.
Or Propaganda?
Propaganda. Actually, Propaganda might be my number one.
That's my 1 and 2. But if you want to talk about a steady drip, drip, drip being number 3, shockingly enough, I might be all ears.
Yeah.
Glenn's got
Surround
SACDs.
sound.
What do I got to do?
You have SACDs on the question.
I do have SACDs, yes. I don't have surround sound, though. I just listen to 2-channel. I don't like the gimmicky stereo. I just like stereo.
That one, the Blue Cheer CD you gave me, Glenn,
Yeah.
I put it on. I turned it off because it's in mono. I went to Spotify to listen to it in stereo. I don't like mono. Like
Really?
using headphones.
Why? You got mono's great.
No, not on headphones.
Everything's centered, Larry. It's perfect.
I don't want it centered.
Well, you might like. Do you like listening to those early Beatle albums with that phony stereo?
Yeah, but not
No.
on headphones, Glenn.
God,
Awful.
no.
They're horrible.
God,
I know
no.
it
You
is
gotta
horrible.
listen to them on mono.
I agree.
Yeah.
Has to be mono.
Yeah.
All the way up through probably Rubber Soul, man. It's got to be the mono.
Yeah.
It just has to be. I hate those Faco stereo mixes too. I mean,
Yeah, they just
I
did
remember
such a shitty.
I remember the
job.
first time I listened to headphones with a Faco stereo mix, and it's like, what?
Oh, really?
I didn't remember it being like that as a kid.
No, that's
Yellow.
how I don't. Yeah, George. I mean, that was really George Martin's. My bad.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Rundgren's Utopia. That's the first Utopia album, a whole different band. He had 3 keyboard players on that thing. That's the album with the eyeballs on the album cover.
Yeah.
That thing's amazing. I love it.
I gotta go get my album.
That might be my favorite American prog album. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Jack Johnson's a great album.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. John McLaughlin.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about this guy, he's been performing and playing live since 1959 is when he got his first professional gig, and he's still doing it. Unreal.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I just read an article about John in the latest Prog magazine. Very interesting.
Nice.
This is my
There we
Mysterious Utopia
That's
album.
it.
Oh, I love that thing.
It's a good one.
Really?
Glenn.
Eh?
It's amazing.
I haven't heard it yet.
I need to get that.
At the time, it was the longest LP ever released.
30 minutes, wasn't it?
I believe the
Like,
total running time is somewhere like 55 plus minutes.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
icon
side 2,
on
30
one side,
minutes.
30 minutes.
30 minutes and
On one
22
side.
seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So isn't that going to sound like
And
crap?
I think
Like, 'cause they
Initiation
always-
might even be worse as far as compressing those tracks down to the absolute smallest they could be. The sonic range is terrible, so it's
Yeah.
produced like crap. But I don't care. It's just amazing icon.
I gotta
Blows
leave
my
it out here.
mind.
I gotta
So
listen to
good.
this.
I'm glad you pulled that out, Glenn.
Okay, it's got to go on the turntable.
Oh
This
yeah.
weekend.
Oh yeah, it
Okay.
does. Oh,
There we go. Putting that out there.
good call. Yeah. Yeah. We could all use a little more Todd in our life.
Nothingness and
Yeah,
eternity.
between nothingness and eternity. Yeah, between that and Birds of Prey, one or the other.
Yeah, Birds of Prey is my favorite.
Just incredible.
They said two.
Final cut.
Yeah, we're back to the final cut. Too personal.
These abbreviations are killing me. I'm like, what is EST?
I did not know that. Came up with some trivia. Okay. But
Eminem's
So, yeah.
prog rock style.
yeah, I don't find him to be particularly prog, but you go back to the Slim Shady and the Marshall Mathers album, I think you'll find that there's an element of prog. Now get out of here.
Yeah.
There's nothing prog about Eminem.
Scott, you can stay on now because I got a nice comment.
Because it said, Larry's funny too.
Okay, you're funny too. Okay, well,
Yeah.
You know.
That's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
It
why.
is. Yeah.
That's why you have a bunch of teenagers wearing the T-shirt and they don't even know what they're wearing.
I think I'm the only guy in the world who's never had a Dark Side T-shirt.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah,
love
that's funny. I was just talking to my wife about why John Lydon is my favorite frontman of all time. And a big reason why is because he's a big ass phony baloney. Dude met, Malcolm McLaren while he was wearing a t-shirt that says, I hate Pink Floyd. He loved Pink Floyd. He loved Vandergraaf Generator. He loved Can. He loved Noy. He loved Faust. He's a liar. He's an absolute fraud and a phony. But because he knows exactly what he's doing live. Every spit to the crowd. Every growl was pre-planned. It was choreographed. It was a farce. It all of it was fake-o, but that's what made him, as good as he was. And Jello Biafra, he's just amazing. I love Jello. I love the Dead Kennedys.
Johnny Rotten sounds like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like the
great album.
Sounds like the music's version of Donald Trump.
I love that album. Trust your mechanic to fix your car.
It's my favorite Dead Kennedys record. Yeah.
I love them all. I'm just a big fan.
I used to have the 45 of Too Drunk to, but
yes.
I got rid of it.
That's a good song. Holiday in Cambodia.
Yeah.
Let's Lynch the Landlord.
Forest Fire.
Yeah, what a great band.
Bill Evans. Big influence on
no
Prog,
arguments
too.
there.
Bill Evans. Yeah.
Bill Evans, just a genius. Yeah. No arguments
Victoria
there.
BC band, No Means No. Just never heard of them.
I've heard of them. I just don't know their songs. But
I got another one I'm writing down. I almost got a page full of here.
Yeah, don't know them.
Since we're kind of on the punk thing, and I'm going to kind of incorporate some metal, and we're also talking about Prog, I'm going to talk about the band Voivod.
Yes.
They are hearing about these guys.
They're a Canadian.
Write it down, Glenn.
They're a Canadian prog rock or prog metal band. Now, here's a little known fact. This is my favorite album by them. It's hard to see. It's called Angel Rat, but this is produced by Terry Brown, who produced the Rush albums.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
And Glenn, you've got to get Angel Rat. It's such a killer record. And Voivod also cover Pink Floyd tunes as well.
Oh, wow.
They cover the Nile song, and they cover Astronomy Domine.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is their latest record, Synchro Anarchy, which is killer.
Is that good? I haven't heard it yet.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of Voivod. They're very cool band.
Yeah.
Hey, Canadians have some good music. It's weird. It's weird how that happens.
It's strange, right?
And at the top is Klaatu.
Yeah. It doesn't get any higher.
Well, yeah, I mean, I love Rush. I love the Bare Naked Ladies. There's a band called Spirit of the West, which is really good.
Yeah, they're great.
Moxie Fruvis is good.
Moxie Fruvis. Don't go. You can't do Moxie Fruvis anymore because that guy.
Yeah.
No, because that guy ended up on all the sexual stuff. Don't do that.
That's for another live stream.
Yeah, we don't want. We can't do Moxie Fruvis anymore.
What do y'all feel about Tragically Hip up there?
I like
it. Like Canada's national band.
Yeah.
They're almost like Canada's REM.
Yeah.
Sparks had a vibe of Beatles to them as well, in that they virtually dabbled in every style they could and had elements of prog rock as a result. Yeah, they did it. They've done everything.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, by definition, if you're a band that does a little bit of everything and throws everything in the kitchen sink into what you're doing, there's a good chance somebody's going to call you prog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hiromi Son.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Jim, thank you.
Yeah, good call,
Incredible.
Jim.
Yeah, great call. Tell you.
Well, he's given it the thumbs up.
I saw her perform in Montreal at the Jazz Festival with a guy named Edmar Castellana, I think his last name is. He plays jazz harp, like a big harp.
Wow.
He plays jazz on it. He's incredible.
What was she performing with the trio?
No, just the two of them. They did it.
Just the two of them.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, it was incredible. There's actually an album. They put an album out live in Montreal with it. But yeah, she's amazing. She's like Jerry Lee Lewis mixed with Chick Corea.
Oh.
It's like they had a baby.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
She's all over the freaking place.
Yeah, she's awesome. Magma will clean out a room. Oh yeah, real quick. when those crazy vocals hit and that made up language, it's a lot for virgin ears to take in, no doubt. I like them, because I like crazy prog music, but even it took a long time for me to appreciate Magma. They're just almost too much for me.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot.
I think my limit for heavy music would be Motorhead, which I love. I love Motorhead.
Yeah.
And Black Sabbath.
Speaking of Motorhead, let's talk about Hawkwind.
Yeah, I love Hawkwind.
Yeah. Lemmy on the Hawkwind albums. Yeah. Space Rock.
Anybody hear Somnia? That last Hawkwind album came out last year.
No.
Real good. Solid. They've actually been on a little bit of a late career run. Their last 4 or 5 albums have been all pretty damn good.
Oh, I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, I mean, they're not breaking any new territory here. It sounds like classic Hawkwind, which is honestly good enough for me.
Right, yeah.
So, Sam. He is Donnie. That was an excellent call. That is Donnie Osmond right there.
All right.
You'll need some Mike Curb Congregation. I don't know. Not familiar.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're from Utah.
That's right. Good Mormon boys. The Shack. There we go. Yeah.
I have the Shake CD.
And how often do you play that, Larry?
Once a year.
Do you?
Christmas.
When I do play it, I enjoy it. It's bad, but it's it's endearing, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's one of those that
fall father, into if you know the whole story, right? Their father pushing them into the recording studio, and
I'm glad you do, Glenn. I'm glad I do what? That record is otherworldly. I'm not quite sure.
Silent Cries, Mighty Echoes.
Mighty Echoes. Okay,
yeah.
I got to check that one out. So I'm turning into a big fan of this band.
Yeah, I like Dawn a lot too. That's a great album by them. Here we go, more Kingston Trio. Oh boy,
I actually don't mind the Kingston Trio, but
I like that.
Hey, I'm telling you, back in 1962, they were like,
Them and the Wheat.
They were the Beatles of folk music, I think.
Well, weren't Ian and Sylvia Canadian?
Yes, they are. Yeah, Ian Tyson.
I love Gordon Lightfoot too. So
yeah, Gordon's great. Yeah, a lot of great Canadians.
Oh yeah.
Initiation. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was another one of the really long. Yeah, it was just
Black
crazy.
and the Rodeo King. Another good Canadian.
Oh, fantastic band.
I was watching an episode of Hoarders, and this guy was a hoarder up in, I don't know, I think he might have been up in Manitoba somewhere. Turned out he was in a Canadian band called Crowbar.
Crowbar. And he was a hoarder, that guy?
Really?
Crowbar the lead singer for Crowbar was a bad hoarder. He was on an episode of Hoarders.
Not Kelly J. Was that the guy?
Yeah. That was his name.
Yeah.
I'll have to check
real
that out.
personable guy. Talking
Crowbar,
about the glory
Crowbar
days,
was started out as a
open
blues
for this band and open for that band and this,
they
that,
were
and the other thing.
huge.
It's sad.
Huge.
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah, Wizard of True Star pushed the limits too. I mean, Todd was just a madman with how much material he was sticking onto a vinyl LP. And it did suffer. The record's quality definitely suffered from it. You can definitely hear that these albums were not getting the full fidelity that they should have gotten. And he was just writing so much music. He wanted the world to have it all. So God bless him. I love it.
I need to get some Todd Rundgren in my collection. I don't have anything.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, I'll send you this one after I listen to it. Give me 30 minutes and it's yours, Chris.
30 minutes, that'll change your life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Richard Hell. Yeah, I love Richard Hell.
Oh,
Blue Oyster Cult. They are my favorite American band, and Glenn loves them too.
Yeah.
Great band. I saw them live.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
That would have been good. Yeah, they don't have a bad record. I don't know how many records they got. That box set that I got was like 15 CDs in it. There's not a bad note on one of the discs. Amazing.
I love him, especially the first.
And Buck Dharma is the
5.
most underrated guitarist.
He is.
Yeah.
Buck's awesome, man. I've seen BOC like 3 or 4 times. They're incredible. I mean, I saw them back in like 77, and then I saw them again like 86, and then again in the 90s, and they're always good. They're always good.
Yeah.
So all I have is Agents of Fortune. What should I get next?
Fire of Unknown Origin.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Or Secret Treaties.
That's what
Secret Treaties is good. Yeah.
Secret Treaties, Tyranny and Mutation,
and actually their new
Spectres.
album. The new album's really good too.
too.
I don't have it, but
new album's very good.
Symbol Remains. Their latest is really good.
Very good. Yeah. Shockingly good.
Yeah.
File Under has no business being that good.
Yeah. When it came out, like I've always been a big Louis Cult fan, but when it came out, what was it? 21 years between albums? I bought it, but I wasn't expecting anything. I just bought it. I put it on. I was like, oh, it's actually really good.
Yeah, it's a great album.
I love it when that happens.
Yeah.
Like the latest Cheap Trick album had that effect. It actually is amazing. It's got no business being great. And
I just gave
I love surprises.
The debut album by Cheap Trick for so I think it's one of the best debut albums ever.
Never owned a Cheap Trick album. Yeah. This will be interesting.
Yeah, it's good. They're good.
I love Cheap Trick's debut album so much. 1977. This was a band that was playing in the bowling alley next door, but I was too young. This is 75, 76. But I kept hearing about this band named Cheap Trick, live at Sunset Bowling Alley in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And, later on, their first album comes out. So my little kid brain thinks, wow, any band that plays in a bowling alley is going to get a record contract, right? I mean, I didn't understand how rare that actually was. But, man, that first Cheap Trick album, it's just incredible. I love it. Yeah. I just love it so much. It's fantastic.
Glenn, now you're going to really have to love it.
They got a lot of good
I'm looking forward to it.
Speaking of a band that didn't have an album for years, it was the punk group X. They just did an album, was it last year before? And it was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Weren't their first couple albums produced by the guy from The Doors? Ray Manzarek?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, they were. Yeah, both Wild Gift and the first one, yeah. They were both produced by him.
Oh, wait. Let's start talking about the White Album.
Oh, it's Donnie.
Crazy Horses.
Okay.
There's your first album, Sam.
It is, yeah. It's not in print anymore. It's worth hundreds.
Yeah.
Cents.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I logged in on the back end and I saw Sam. Literally, the first comment was "Same as your Donny Osmond." I said, "What But hey, Donny Osmond still looks good, so hopefully I'll look like that when I'm 65. Just a little bit.
Donnie's still doing it, man.
He's still doing it. Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
Trout Mask Replica. Thoughts on Trout Mask Replica?
It's a difficult album.
Yeah, you have to play it many times.
It takes you. That's an acquired taste.
It's like Tales from Topographic Oceans, right? Like,
maybe even harder.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Tales from Topographic Ocean sounds like a Donny Osmond record compared to Trout Mask Replica.
Yeah. It took me a long time.
I still don't think I completely understand it, and I've been listening to it for 50 years, and I don't think I completely get it yet. It's amazing.
So Glenn, Chris, guess what I've just been doing? And
you did some kind of a Monkees thing. What did you do?
Yeah. So I was just earlier this week. I was invited by the founder, one of the co-founders of 7A Records.
Really? No way.
Out of London. His name is Glenn, and he messaged me.
And Two N's or one?
Two N's. Yeah.
What a waste of an N.
I know. A waste of a letter on his checkbook.
Exactly.
But he wanted several fans to come in for a listening party through Zoom
Really?
of the new Dolan's EP. So
Nice.
No way! And you got
we had-
invited?
we had about 10. We had 10 folks, and they're all affiliated with the Monkees. A couple of them were guys that do a lot of the liner notes for 7As. We had some podcast folks and things like that.
That's fantastic.
So we got to hear the 4 tracks. Yeah.
Is it? Will I be happy that I pre-ordered it?
Oh yeah. Just and what Glenn was saying, Glenn from 7A Records, was saying, you know, really that song, the song Soul Rider's Birthday, which is the unreleased Nez song, is really like the big reason to put it out there. And he was also saying that, and I'm happy to say that Nez even heard all these tracks too.
Right before he passed.
Before he passed, yeah. And so it's going to be great. We talked a little bit about the new the Mike Nesmith reissue coming out, and they've got a lot of stuff coming down the pipe that he couldn't really say anything about. But it's going to be a lot of 7A Monkey stuff this year. It sounds like.
Can you get us? Awesome. Can you get us free merch?
Actually, Mickey Dolenz is backstage. If I can get him back.
Yeah,
Randall, that album kicks ass. That is a great album.
What did you show Randy? I didn't.
He just held up the new Mickey Dolenz.
That's great. Yeah, that was my album of the year last year.
And so what
does Nesmith?
Something that I didn't know. I mean, for the original album, the Nilsson Sings Newman, which that artwork was done by Dean Torrance of Jan and Dean, who did a lot of artwork. And
I didn't know that.
They actually tried to get him on for this. For that album that Randy just showed, but apparently like something with like the art didn't quite match up, so they actually got one of their inside people to end up putting the artwork out. So it was really interesting to hear it.
I got so excited because on Sam's Facebook page the other day he posted that 7A Records was re-releasing Michael Nesmith's And the Hits Just Keep on Coming.
Yeah,
and that's my favorite Nez album.
Well,
and I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for Sam. And so I freaking pre-ordered that, and that I can't wait till that album comes out.
Well, because we were talking, and sorry, people that aren't interested in the Monkees, but just a nerd.
Hey,
right?
We're the Monkees.
But that album isn't in print on any format, and if you look for it on Amazon, it's hundreds of dollars for even like the reissues that came out. So I
have it on CD, but
I do too. I had it in the box set.
Me too.
Nesmith songs, and I think it's the same bonus tracks that are on it, but it's the first time that those tracks have ever been on vinyl. And they said it sounds great. I think they said the 4 additional tracks, Andrew Sandoval actually produced those, who's really in the inside with the Monkees camp. So
that is great, cool, but anyway, exciting.
It's gonna be good stuff. Hopefully, it'll actually come in the mail next Friday.
Awesome.
Oh, Rachel's watching us. Hey, Rachel.
Love the
Rachel. Say hello to Donnie.
It's Donnie, Rachel. The celebrity.
Nice to have Donnie join the stream.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The Monkees. If the Monkees ever did a Prog album, it would probably be Head.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. That was their Prog album.
Yeah. And Prog movie.
It was.
It's definitely a Prog movie.
Have you seen that thing recently?
It's awesome.
Yes, actually, I have watched it over the last.
I've seen it back in the day. My parents let me go see it. I hadn't seen it until like about a year ago.
It's on YouTube. It's free on YouTube.
You can watch it for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
What's crazy is you had Jack Nicholson involved in that. You had Frank Zappa, but then you had Goff and King writing the Porpoise song. So it was like all over the place.
Yeah.
It made no sense.
Yeah, the Porpoise song is one of my favorite Monkees tunes.
And the whole thing takes place in Victor Mature's hair.
As it should.
Yeah.
Dandruff.
Yeah.
You're not going to get an answer out of Sam on this one, probably, will you?
Well, no, I mean, as the Osmonds, we never really released.
That's what I'm saying. The Osmonds weren't very.
No, I'd say Pink Floyd, but I mean, I'm not really into prog, so that's kind of my cheating answer. But because even Pink Floyd, I don't have all their stuff, and I'm not a diehard. But
I love rockabilly.
Robert Gordon.
Yeah, I like Robert Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy, thanks to you, I pre-ordered. Well, I didn't pre-order. I ordered the Lonnie Flowers album. I listened to a bunch of those cuts yesterday.
Oh yeah,
that's really great. If you like power pop or like Fountains of Wayne or anything like that. He's got that sound.
Little
I
Nick
love
Lowe.
it. What's that?
Little Nick Lowe.
That sounds good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love Nick Lowe too. Nick Lowe he's touring with Elvis Costello. I'd love to see that show.
Oh, really? They're touring together now.
I guarantee you he'll come out and do Peace, Love, and Understanding as like a duet.
Well, you would think.
You would have to,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were touring.
Oh, yeah,
Randy, you got to pull that new album out. I got to know what it's like, man.
I know. We'll go to the front of the.
Randy, just send it to all of us. Just send a copy to all of us because we want to hear it. So
it took me a long time to get that because I ordered it on Amazon and then it got lost. Or then they said your order has been canceled because I don't know or something. I just ended up getting it at a record store, but finally.
I still need to watch that.
All right.
Yeah, the Sparks documentary was so good.
Thank you.
So even if I don't know Sparks, will I enjoy the documentary?
Yes, very much.
Yeah. Even if you don't like the music. I mean, I watch music documentaries on artists. I don't even really. I have
me too.
Yeah.
Which I finally just watched the Gordon Lightfoot one, Chris. Finally.
Oh, it's awesome. I have it on DVD.
It's so good. I didn't realize how many people were involved in that documentary.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's so good.
Is the Sparks one on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna get some beer tonight and watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Directed by Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
In case you don't know.
Yeah. Did Sparks ever have a cover done by Roger Dean?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah.
It's not over though. They still got time.
A band that I consider prog, but maybe other people don't, and Scott was talking about them before, is the Moody Blues.
Oh yeah.
And these are. I mean, The Question of Balance is one of my favorites, and also On the Threshold of a Dream.
Yeah.
But they're just. Talk about a band that. I mean, they are prog. They brought classical music into their stuff. They had spoken word. They were kind of the whole concept record too. I mean, those early Moody Blues albums, each song kind of ran into the next.
Yeah.
There was like no space between the songs. So
and one word, Mellotron.
Yeah.
When you base your entire band's sound around the Mellotron, my friend, you're prog. I'm sorry. By default, you just are.
The other thing is this guy could sing the frickin' phone book for me is Justin Hayward. That guy
is great
amazing.
Singer, great guitar player.
Sam, do you have any Moody Blues?
I don't have any Moody Blues.
You need some Moody Blues in your collection.
Yeah.
Do I?
The first 7.
My favorite is In Search of the Lost Chord.
That's a great album too.
I know you talked about that one.
Oh, I love that album.
Yeah, that's probably their best album,
trippy.
but I just have an emotional attachment to Question of Balance.
Yeah.
I think the first one I heard.
Question of Balance and Threshold of a Dream always seem to be the same. They're should be the same on the same album. It could almost be a double album. Those albums.
Yeah.
So Sam, you need get this: A Question of Balance.
Yeah.
I'll sample it.
Melancholy Man.
No, seriously, Sam, put it in your Amazon cart right now.
Right now.
I'll put it in right now.
Click to buy.
Buy it right now.
There's only one copy for $500. I'll just buy it.
Yeah. We'll order your Donnie album so you get some money. And then you can afford to order the Moody Blues.
I'll put those out for the cheap. They're 20 cents a piece.
I like Days of Future Past, but I never really listened to it, Rachel. It's a good album.
I don't like the orchestra. I love the songs in it, but too much orchestra for me. Yeah, it sounded almost syrupy in some ways.
And I like Nights in White Satin, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if I never hear that song again, I'm like,
it sounded great in 1967. The problem is that album aged the worst of any of the Moody's albums because of the orchestra.
I think I want to say for that. I want to say Brian Wilson, his first date with his now wife was at a Moody Blues concert.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's been verified, but I've heard that story before.
I think he talked about they put it in the Love and Mercy movie as well, which came out in 2016. Yeah. Which would have been in the early 80s. That's when they would have gone to see him.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think the Beach Boys Prog album was "Love You." Beach Boys "Love You."
That's what they say. That's Brian Wilson's favorite, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should just do a Beach Boys episode too.
Yeah. Just talk about Surf's Up all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the post Pet Sounds and beyond.
Sunflower is great. Friends is
Sunflower's great. 2020.
Surf's
That
Up.
that little run there, post Pet Sounds for the next few little run
up
records.
until about 75, and then like the 15 big ones, and it's like
Yeah, I don't like 15 big ones.
Yeah,
that rock and roll music, which I know is a
Yep.
topic of contention.
yeah, but there was a real sweet spot there in their discography that just is pretty great.
That's when Carl really. That's when he was at his peak for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people like Days. It's a really popular album for the Moody Blues
really
catalog.
Yeah, and the Moody's had a couple albums before Days of Future Past too.
Yeah, they did. What were they? The Marvelous Moodies?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, Denny Lane was in the band earlier, right?
Penny Lane?
Yeah.
Denny Lane? Penny Lane, yeah.
Penny's his
Well,
wife.
they had the big hit Go.
Penny and Denny.
Penny's husband, Denny.
Well, and Sam, cover your ears, but the Beatles Prog album was the White Album. So,
I've never heard that album.
No? All right.
You should send me a copy.
Well, it would be Revolver and Sgt. Pepper.
Well, you can't get much more Prog than Revolution 9.
That's true. That's a good point. Double albums are just proggy all in and of themselves.
If
right?
that's Prog,
that's just Prog. The excess involved automatically gives it the.
And
Prog
that
tag,
little known fact, the White Album is a Roger Dean album.
There you go. Yeah,
Cover,
that was his That was his first first piece of work. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I think Sam should do? I think we should get Sam to listen to Yes's Tales from Topographic Oceans.
Yes.
For like a full year. Get used to it. And then give us a review.
I'll delete YouTube and listen to that solely. Yeah.
Sam, put this in your cart right now.
That's a tough assignment.
Man, Chris.
I mean, I was a huge fan of the 70s and I hated that thing. So I don't know. What instruments does everyone play here?
Nothing.
I know Larry plays
guitar.
I think I could play the kazoo.
The kazoo.
Kazoo. Okay.
I play 5-string banjo. That's my main instrument, and I can play three chords on a guitar. And I'm teaching. I play bass, and I'm teaching myself how to play keyboards at the moment.
Yeah, and Sam, me, and Glenn are going to come out with a record together, I think.
Yeah.
Well, now I know Scott plays guitar too. So Scott, you can join us.
I play most things with a string. I try to anyway.
Yeah. I do.
And a harmonica.
I do a little bit of everything. I play guitar, sing.
I listen to Tuesday afternoon on Thursdays.
Bass. A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Oh, avant-garde more than Prog.
Yeah.
There's a thin line between avant-garde.
I'm freezing up here.
Or George Harrison said, "Our haven't got a clue." Isn't that for avant-garde? He hated that stuff.
Yes, Chris, you can play my music on your radio show. No problem.
Well, I know Jim Newstead played somebody's music on his show not too long ago.
Yeah.
Larry.
Yeah.
How great was that episode?
That was great.
I just stumbled across that the other day.
He loved it.
What am I even looking
He loved
at
it. I
here?
was surprised.
What's not to love?
Yeah. So, before I forget, let's talk about each other's channels and take your time because I usually do.
Okay, I'll talk about your channel
and
then you talk
and then we'll
about
talk
mine.
about my channel.
Okay.
But
I like
Scott, go first. Promote your channel, and the links for everybody's channel are in the description. So please subscribe. And I love all of these guys' channels, so please subscribe. Scott, go first. Tell us about your
Tell
channel.
him, Larry.
Yeah.
You see, you heard it here first. Larry gives his thumbs up to all of these channels, including the Prog Corner, where I have painted myself into the ultimate corner. I've called this thing the Prog Corner. Therefore, I will not talk about anything but prog rock ever. And that's a promise. I'm guaranteed to keep those subscribers as low as humanly possible.
You'll have a Donny Osmond video soon.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
It is my mission to make sure that every single man, woman, and child in this world has all the prog rock content available to them on YouTube that they could possibly handle from a very strange, very loud boomer. So yeah, that's the Prog Corner. Enjoy it, people. Enjoy. Have a mouthful of that. Yeah.
I feel like I should drop the mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. That's what I do.
Promote your channel now. Good luck.
Well, here's the I got to follow Scott, huh? All right. Well, listen, I'm not painting myself into a corner. I like prog rock, but on my channel, Chris Prophy, Musically Obsessed, you're gonna hear everything. Like, I'll talk about Megadeth. I'll talk about e.s.t. I'll talk about Miles Davis. I'll talk about Rod McEwen. I'll talk about,
John Denver,
Michael Nesmith. I also play guitar, but I might be wearing a Deep Purple T-shirt, but when I play guitar, I play country folk type stuff. So I love bluegrass music. Sam, this is going out to you. I love Tom Petty. I pretty much listen to everything. So yeah, subscribe if you're into various different types of music, because you don't know what you're going to see when you click on my channel. I just like music in general, and I love learning. That's what I love about YouTube, is that all these guys that I'm with right now, you all have great channels, and I learn from all of you, and that's what's awesome. Like I just bought a few CDs the other day because of what friends said. So yeah, come on over, and you'll learn a little bit about everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
See, the Prog Corner, he promoted his channel and then he just disappears, right?
Either that or Scott didn't like what I said, but whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam?
Well, as Chris was saying, he likes all sorts of different music, and because of him, I now have $600 worth of Amazon items in my cart. So what's money?
Yeah, but you get me to buy you. I had to pre-order both of those albums because of you. So
that's true. Yeah, we're sending each other to the streets. But no, my name is Sam St. John. I prefer Americana and folk and that sort of thing, but I still love rock. I mean, I just did a video with some of these guys about Led Zeppelin and The Who, and love the Beatles. I love power pop. I love the 50s. I love big band. I love jazz. I love country. So, and like Chris, I also do, my own little live stream where I play mostly, folky country kind of songs on my channel. And it's kind of on a whim. It's never planned. It's just like, I feel like doing this today. But yeah, like, Larry said, like Chris said, subscribe to all these other guys too, because they're informative, and, they have a lot of knowledge.
And the other thing too is Sam writes his own music as well. So
yeah, I write a few songs.
Check it out.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He wrote that whole Donnie album. So.
Yeah.
I didn't get a dime for it. Yeah.
Produced it, played all the instruments.
Right down
It is on air.
Yeah. Hold that up again,
Rand.
Larry. Larry,
that?
hold that album up again. You just got to
Well, let's check out.
give Sam a plug. Give Sam a plug.
Please do.
There's Sam.
The other way.
No, there was Sam taking off his socks. His dirty
Oh,
socks.
okay.
But
There we go.
there's Sam.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm jealous of Sam's hair. So
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. No problem.
maybe I should start wearing a hat. That's what I should.
That's what you got to do. I keep getting people now saying to me, "There we go." So, because people keep saying, "How come you wear a hat in the house?"
How dare you?
Rachel rules.
Yeah. Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rachel. Rachel, you should have Scott on your. Rachel always does this thing where she does her live feeds every day, and she always promotes. She's great at promoting people's channels.
Oh, nice.
She'll have you on for like an hour or an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And you can tell your whole story and promote your channel, and lots of people watch. You guys should get together and do that.
Nice.
Well, Scott, wasn't Zeb is mentioning German prog. Wasn't Novalis a German prog band?
Yeah.
I
Good
have
call.
one of their CDs.
Very good band.
Yeah.
I'm working on my Italian prog episode right now, but I am such a humongous fan of Italian prog that I want to get it just right, so I'm working on that. The German episode's coming,
Cool.
I have more episode ideas than I have time. It's getting a little frustrating. It's just finding the time to do everything I want to do. But I look at, I've only been doing this for 10 weeks. So I figure, I got the rest of my life. It's all gonna happen.
I was gonna say, I hate to be a.
Hey, Scott, the way you're mouthing off, you better hurry up.
Yeah, right.
Say, I hate to jump ship here, but I do need to head out because I am not in my home, so I've got to go
problem.
deal with my not deal with, but talk to my host. So,
Are you in your neighbor's home?
I'm actually upstairs from Larry. He doesn't know this.
Oh,
I'm going downstairs.
Keep the noise down.
I know. I'm about to stop my foot. Do my tap dancing routine up here.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
but thank you for sending the link. Appreciate it.
Take care, Sam. See you, buddy.
See you, Sammy.
Okay, Randall, you're next.
Yeah, well, to get an idea, my favorite artist is Van Morrison. The Who are my favorite group. I'm a big fan of Jerry Lee Lewis. I love the early rock stuff. I'm a big fan of Americana. Right now, I'm kind of working on the last part of. I've been trying to show an LP for every year of my life, and I think I'm up to 2006. So that's cool. The last segment I've got to do. And I also found a grail that I want to do kind of an unboxing on that maybe Glenn wouldn't like. It'll give a hint of what it is.
Plateau?
No. It's your rebelling against your parents.
Oh, all the old, okay, some crooner stuff.
But, and then enjoying being on a couple. I'm on Rich's channel. We're ranking the number one singles. We started in '65, and our next one's going to be 1966. And so I just love talking about music.
So, Randy, I got a question for you. Showing a record for each year of your life. Like, where did you find a copy of Al Jolson's The Jazz Singer? That must be a rare record.
Yeah.
Glenn, I'm sorry we've run out of time.
Good, thank God.
we
was praying.
Yeah, we know about Glenn Kellaway, so
we know all about your channel.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah. Go move on. Yeah,
he's the good-looking guy who lives in his basement.
That's right. Yeah. Who asked me the other day? Didn't somebody say, "Do you ever leave your bait?" Somebody said, "Do you ever leave your basement or something?" I don't know. It's crazy.
But tell us about you uploaded 2 videos today.
I did. Well, I have a contest going on, which was to get me to 1,000 subs, and I've surpassed that. So thank you, everyone, for your support. Appreciate it. And but today I uploaded my top 15 prog albums in my collection.
Nice.
So enjoyed doing that. Showed some newer stuff that I've been getting into, and also, number one was In the Court of the Crimson King. Sorry.
Nice.
It's such an overrated album.
Yeah. Terrible.
And, come on over and just share a passion for music and comment, and let's talk back and forth and turn each other on to stuff, and that's it.
Glenn is very talented too. He plays the banjo.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Chris.
Yes. Well, and like we said the last time, you and I tried to do a little duet thing, and it just didn't work. But
yeah, well, it worked. Musically, it worked.
The music worked. It just
the Zoom didn't connect it properly.
Yeah, unfortunately the border is between us. So literally.
Yeah, it's opening up, buddy. We're gonna get together sometime soon.
Cool.
And
no more wearing masks on what is it?
In Canada, 20.
Yeah. Well, you have your choice not to wear it.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And that's just a few days before I see Sparks in Toronto, Scott.
Nice.
April 2nd. It's my
Beautiful.
fourth time. I saw them in 1982, and then I didn't see them for 31 years.
Wow.
Yeah. They're awesome.
Yeah.
So
That's gonna be
Glenn,
fun.
was Gong on your list?
No, because I don't have any Gong yet, but they are on my list to,
Yeah, I think you'd like them.
purchase.
They're kind of I would put them in the sort of the difficult category at
Yeah.
times. Too.
Yeah.
They are.
Now,
They're definitely a different kind of band.
This is good too. Gong.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite Gong album.
That is so. I think that's the album. Do you guys ever go on Amazon's warehouse sales?
Yeah.
If you go under
no.
Amazon today's deals and then click on that, there's a thing called warehouse sales, and you go on and you can filter it down to albums and CDs and whatever like that. But I just saw a Gong album on there today for about $14 of vinyl,
Really?
and I'm pretty sure it was that album.
I'll have to check that
wow.
out.
Yeah, there's
Really?
tons of good deals on there.
So you're saying I should buy more music, Glenn?
Yes, yeah, I need you to be as broke as me.
The only thing I have a problem with those warehouse sales, the first one I got was Neil Young, his new one, Barn, and it was in perfect condition. But then they'll say minor wear or something like that, and the record's kind of bent, and not the record, but I know you don't play the cover, but I'm kind of picky, and I like my cover to be.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
think it's a good
don't
cover,
care.
too.
I'm happy. Yeah,
Yeah. If you know it's a cutout ahead of time, that's one thing. But
Right.
if I can get a $40 record for $15, I'll take the bent corner on the cover.
Exactly.
usually,
Yeah.
I wish they just say minor, or they'd say bent corner, or they'd tell you.
Yeah, they don't really tell you. Yeah, they don't give you a good idea what it is.
yeah, they should.
So Larry, tell us about your channel.
Well, I just recently did a video with Glenn where we exchanged 5 CDs. No, we did the review of the 5 CDs that we exchanged over a week.
Before, and you haven't.
And the next video coming up
uploaded
is
it
we're
yet.
giving each other 5 new CDs, including I gave Glenn Cheap Trick's debut album, Scott.
Yeah,
I was playing that last night. I was thinking he's got to love this.
It's a good
right?
album.
Like, yeah.
That's the only Cheap Trick album I have.
he's gonna love it.
It's a good album.
Yeah,
If you don't like it, Glenn, you can't do any more of these live chats.
Yeah.
Okay. I promise I'll.
No, but
well, hey,
Robin
maybe that's hey,
Zander,
this is
he's
the way out.
Such
I
a
finally
great
have an out.
singer. Scott, Robin Zander.
amazing singer.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Like, especially on that debut. Like,
I love his voice.
yeah.
I just think that early Cheap Trick stuff just holds up so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a soft spot for that debut album.
Yeah.
I went to go see Dinosaur Jr.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back in 1998 or 1999 or something, and I'm all excited because I really like them. They were one of my favorite bands. I was looking forward to them, playing their songs, and they played Cheap Trick's debut album start to finish, and then went home.
Sweet.
Wow.
And that's when I realized Dinosaur Jr. is a great band.
Yeah.
Wow.
Any band that has the cojones to do that, I
Wow.
was on board. They just played the thing start to finish and went home. I thought that was genius.
Yeah.
So yeah, little Cheap Trick debut album story.
Well,
Well-
bands you wouldn't think of playing full albums. Do you guys listen to Fish at all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Didn't Fish play live the whole White Album? And I'm not joking. I think they.
Oh
actually-
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
yeah.
On one of their live albums, I think they did the whole album. So
Well, one of the great albums that came out last year was Tedeschi Trucks with Trey Anastasia from Fish
okay.
doing the Layla album in its entirety from
Really?
Bonnaroo. You got to hear this. It's better than the Layla album. Way
Yeah.
better.
That can't be.
Musically, it's incredible.
Wasn't
Primus
Dinosaur-
just went on tour doing Rush's Farewell to Kings album.
Yeah.
Really? That's like my favorite. That's my favorite Rush album.
Me too.
What do you guys think? Do you think Geddy Lee and Lifeson should get together and do something? Like, I mean, it's
Sure.
not Rush, but like, could
Yeah.
they not get like King Crimson does with the 3-headed percussion monster
Exactly.
they've got? Like, wouldn't they do something like that? Get 3 drummers and
Well, Geddy's solo album was great that he came out with.
yeah,
I like that a lot.
but it's been a long time since they did it. Like, and they really should do something.
I think they will eventually. I think that will happen. I mean, Alex just put out a new record with some band. The female singer a couple months ago didn't really do a whole lot for me, but I think eventually they will get back together. They'll find a drummer or two or three.
Yeah, they got to do something to
they'll
kind
end up
of
doing
separate them. Out of respect for Neil Peart, they got to do something that's just a little.
No,
just
that's a great call. That way you're
Yeah.
not, disrespecting the memory of the greatest rock drummer of all time by.
But don't do one of those hologram tours.
Right.
Neil
Yeah.
back.
It's so bad.
We're not doing that.
Who
No.
like they did that with Dio? Who goes
Yeah.
to see Ronnie James Dio as a hologram?
Yeah.
I don't know. Doesn't
I
make
think
any-
it's disrespectful.
I think so too. You're making money off of somebody who's passed away. So
Yeah.
There might be a way to do it and do it respectfully. I heard Carl Palmer was looking at doing holographs of Greg and Keith with some pre-recorded music that they had done without drums. So Palmer would be playing drums to a track that had been laid down 45 years ago with holographic Keith Emerson and holographic Greg. That might be interesting, but in general, it just reeks of a money grab when they do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Love the occasional Rush concert with her. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I think there's always going to be demand for new Rush material, and Geddy's gonna, he's been doing his book thing, and
that book is amazing. Do you have that book?
Get back
Do you have that
something.
book, The Book of Bass? Have you seen that? Oh, it's an amazing book.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Weighs about 1 million pounds, but it's great.
Yeah, it's a nice chunk. It's a good door stopper.
Oh.
So, Glenn, I have a question for you. I have one Caravan record, and it's In the Land of Gray and Pink. What's the next album I should get?
My next one would be if I could
For
do
girls?
it all over again. I'd do it all over you. I love that one.
All right.
And
I would
Waterloo
say-
Lily, I like.
For girls who grow plump in the night.
That's a good album too. Yeah.
All right.
That's the one that I had that album before in the CD exchange, and I liked it. Yeah. But the other one, For Girls Who Grow Plump in the Night, I love that one.
Yeah.
That would be my answer to that. Girls Who Grow Plump in the Night, or Waterloo Lily.
Yeah,
Right.
Waterloo
I like that
Lily's
one a
great
lot,
too. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I'll check it out. I think didn't Robert's on my turntable. Didn't he have a Caravan collection on CD or something?
Yeah, he bought the box set that I have that box set too. It's great.
Are they like mini replicas of the albums?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it when they do those. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing CDs, it's still just nothing special about it. Those are actually kind of cool. It's like more of a collector's item.
And there's
I love it
two live CDs in there with that too that are really good. From one from the BBC and another one from Fairfield Hall or something in '74 or something. They're really good.
So I'll have to add that to my Amazon cart too. Thanks a lot, guys.
No problem.
Jesus.
Well, it's time to
Caravan was another one of those bands that tried to do the whole orchestra thing.
Yeah.
Well, I was just noticing they're on the Durham label. Right there. So that was the Moody Blues label too.
Yeah.
Now their first album wasn't on Durham,
from a
so
Moody Blues album, just opening up the inner sleeve, and they're like, Caravan, Camel. I'm like, who are these people?
Yeah. When you buy the Caravan box set, it doesn't have their first album on because their debut album, I don't think, was on that label. So it's the Durham box set or something it's called. So the Durham years or something.
That's right. Yep.
Over 2 hours, and it's time to go.
We could keep talking about music though.
Yeah, we could, but
5 of us.
Midnight.
But Larry's shoulders are sore.
Yes, I get sore sitting here for.
Now we got to look after the boss. We got to make sure he's in good shape, healthy, and
So I would like to thank everybody for dropping by and for all of the questions. I apologize if I missed some questions. I always do, but thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Larry. This was fun. I always like chatting with you guys.
It was awesome.
Thank you, Randall.
Guys.
And thank you, Larry. Prog.
I'm happy that I got a chance to finally meet Scott, so that's cool.
Yeah. So I hope you subscribe to everybody.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We'll do this again next week, probably next weekend.
I'm in.
Yeah. Hopefully with Roberts on my turntable.
Yeah, he'll
He
be
pays
back,
his
right?
electricity bill. I'll go over and
You
give him
paid. I think
$10.
you should have paid it by then.
Yeah, he's got to pay the bills.
He's been buying too many records lately.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And I'm hoping next weekend Donny Osmond joins us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That was a coup. That's a coup. Donnie St. John.
Okay, thanks, everybody. Bye.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
See ya.